Hello and welcome to Super NES Classics. In this installment, it is the amazing launch title, Pilotwings. Pilotwings was released by Nintendo in 1991 with the launch of the Super NES. This game is one of the premier show-offs for showing you what Mode 7 could do. Mode 7 was an ability for the Super Nintendo to rotate objects in a pseudo 3D manner to give you the impression that the system could do 3D, when in reality it didn't have the hardware to do 3D whatsoever. Mode 7 effects were used in many Super Nintendo games and even some Sega CD games, as the Sega CD had a similar capacity to do a similar mode. So let's do this this first lesson here. You have two modes that you do, light plane and skydiving. I'm going to do skydiving first because I like the skydiving. Now, the Super Nintendo, as I was saying, has no ability to render 3D, so all it's doing here is it's taking a two-dimensional plane and rotating it away from it, and when I drop, it's going to rotate towards it. And that's all there is to it. It's very simplistic, but it's still effective nearly after 20 years of, seeing the same thing. It just goes to show you, when it's simple, it works, you know? Simplicity is the mother of all invention when it comes to gameplay. So what I want to do now is I want to angle myself away from the target area, open my parachute, do it this way so I can feather my approach. Alright, there we go. Now I could pretty much crash the plane and still succeed, but I'm not going to do that. The light plane is very easy. All you have to do here is you have to match your approach to these guide things that you're going through and reduce speed as you do it. And then simply land. You don't have to even move your plane. So once you're down, reduce speed, and then you'll land, come to a full stop, and alright, I get my license. Hooray. With the first license gotten out of the way, you now move on to the second instructor. Shirley here has a new level called the Rocket Belt. First, let's do the skydiving. Here again, it's very simple. These first couple rings you don't even have to move for. So once again, I want to angle myself. Come out. Watch my descent. You know, there have been other Pilotwings games over the years. There was one released for the Nintendo 64 called Pilotwings 64, of course. And more recently, there's been one for the Nintendo 3DS. It was Pilotwings Resort, I believe. I've played both of them, but for whatever reason, I could never really get into either one of them to the same degree as this original Pilotwings. This is the game that really impressed me back in the day, and it still does today. Even, you know, it uses a very rudimentary approach to, you know, its gameplay. It's simple and it's fun, and it doesn't need to be any more complicated than it is. Some people pan Pilotwings, the original Pilotwings here, for being nothing but a glorified tech demo. But, you know, the same could be said for a lot of early titles that show off what systems can do. You know, you could say that Super Mario World or Super Mario Brothers for the NES was a tech demo. You could say, you know, that Super Mario 64 for the Nintendo 64 was a tech demo. You know, Wii Sports was a tech demo. Whatever you want to say. Tech demos are not necessarily a bad thing when it comes to games. As long as the gameplay is still there, you know, who cares? Alright, so let's continue. Last one, Rocket Belt. The Rocket Belt has always been my favorite mode in Pilotwings. I love being able to just go around, and I like the funky music. Like, I don't know what kind of music this is, but it's the weirdest thing. This is like the Super Nintendo trying to sing, I guess. Now I can land. Where do they want me to land? Let's just land on that thing. Oh, I guess not. You can also change the angle that you're looking at, although I don't know why you'd ever want this. It's far easier to, you know, just to manually see where you're going. I don't need to watch my altitude, I'm trying to land. There we go. She's so happy she lost her eyes. Alright, got my second license, and I'll show you one more instructor. Alright, let's do the hang glider. And this will be the last one I show. Hang glider 2 has funky music. You have to go over these thermal vents that will kick your hang glider up. Alright, they want me to land. I get more points if I land on the difficult to land on islands, but I'm gonna play it safe and try and land on land. Yeah, there is one on land. Whoops. Well, that was my fault. Alright, well that will basically do it for this video, so if you have any questions guys, let me know, and once again, I'll see you next time. So thanks for watching, later.